Alright, well it's time to have some fresh homemade gooey cinnamon rolls that we did in the Dutch oven over the open campfire, and I'm ready to have a bite because these things are looking delicious.
They smell delicious.
I can't hold back anymore, man. And they are perfectly cooked.
Nice and fluffy.
Nice and fluffy, the pecans. Oh. Just like Grandma used to make.
Wow.
Doesn't get any better than that. Wow.
You really taste the honey and
the
brown sugar in there.
Yep.
Makes a great glaze for these rolls.
Man, this is a home run. Yum.
No doubt, you knocked this one out of the park, man.
All right,
this is
it's delicious. Hello, and welcome back to my outdoor cooking adventures. With me, I'm knynmanrog. Today, I'm in the northeast corner of the Jemez Mountains, a little over 10,000 feet. So we've got some altitude to us, or with us, and I'm going to do something a little different today. Usually I'm making an entree main dish for dinner. This morning, we're going to do breakfast. And I'm going to make a sticky cinnamon roll bun with homegrown New Mexico pecans. And it's going to be killer. We're at 10,100 feet, so baking at this kind of altitude is definitely a challenge. So I'll show you what we got going on here. It's going to be really simple. Of course, we're going to use some Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. We're going to cheat and go with the packaged stuff. And then we're going to use a couple tablespoons of butter. And we're going to use about a half a cup of honey. We're going to use a half a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to use probably a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then, of course, our homegrown New Mexico pecans. And those are delicious. So we're going to cook all this in a Dutch oven on the open fire, which is behind me. So this is the project we got going. Stay with us and we'll show you what we got going. Okay, to start this deal off, I've put the cast iron Dutch oven at the edge of the fire to warm up because it was kind of chilly last night. That pan was super cold. So while that's heating up, I've got a couple of tablespoons of butter in our pan here, and I am going to dump a half a cup of brown sugar in here before our butter starts getting too hot. We're going to put that in. We're going to put in about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and we're just going to kind of just do a guesstimate, kind of about something like that. Ought to be pretty good. Add a nice cinnamon flavor, and we'll mix this up just a tad. We also have a half a cup of honey that we're also going to add to this mixture. And I think we're ready for the honey. So we're going to put the honey in. It is cold honey. It was a little bit chilly last night, so it's definitely stiff here. So we'll get as much of it out of here as we can. We got most of it. Alright, so we're going to put that there. We're going to heat this mixture up. And then once it all the brown sugar becomes cooked into the butter and the honey, we're going to pour it in the bottom of our Dutch oven. Alright, so this is going to take a couple minutes. So stay with us. We'll bring the Dutch oven back over here and we'll do the next step in this process, man. And it's already smelling good and I'm hungry for breakfast. It's going to be killer. Stay with us. Okay, we've mixed our butter, brown sugar, our honey, and our little bit of cinnamon in here, and it's been at a low simmer for probably about 5 minutes or so. It's got a light bubble to it, so we're going to go ahead and just turn this thing off. And I've got my cast iron Dutch oven off the warm ground over there. I needed to heat it up a little bit, and I sprayed the inside really good with some non-stick coating so that hopefully when we tip this thing over, it'll all pop out nice and pretty. So our next step is we're going to pour our mixture here into our Dutch oven. We're going to put it all in there. Alright, it's already smelling delicious. I'll set that aside. Look at that. That is looking tremendous. So our next step is we'll take our half cup of homegrown New Mexico pecans and we're going to sprinkle these out throughout the whole bottom of this pan, and that'll give us a nice topping when it's all said and done with. All right, that step is complete. The next step is to put our cinnamon rolls. And I took the frosting that comes with these things and put it to the side because we're not going to even need it. It's going to be delicious. So we're going to take these and put the cinnamon side down in the pan, just like that. We're going to do 8 here. Man, I can't wait to check these out. Like I said before, cooking at the altitude of 10,100 feet, or actually baking at 10,100 feet, definitely proposes a challenge. But we're going to try it out and see how it goes. Now we're going to put these in the oven, or on the stove I should say, or the fire, for probably about 20 or 25 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pan and I'm going to invert the top like that, and I will put my coals on top, and that way we're using it as an oven. So our next step is to take it over to the fire and get her going. So we're going to do that right now. So I've cleared out a spot right here, moved the coals. We don't want it to cook from the bottom. We're not frying, we're baking. So we're going to kind of put it like that. We're going to take some coals that we have here, and we're going to take those and throw right on the top of this Dutch oven and let the cooking process begin. And actually we're baking, and hopefully this comes out good because I'm hungry. So we're going to leave it like that for about 20-25 minutes. We'll probably pop the top off and see how it goes, but we're going to let it cook here for a little bit, and hopefully we'll have some nice fresh cinnamon rolls for breakfast. Stay with us. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes with the Dutch oven in the fire. We're going to take a quick peek and see what we got going on here. I'm curious, haven't looked at it, but we're gonna, oh yeah, those are done. Those are done. We're gonna pull those off. They're looking perfect. All right, so next step, I'm gonna get these over to the table and we'll show you what we got. And there you go, we got the lid off and the cinnamon rolls are looking simply spectacular. I'm excited. I think our baking experiment here at 10,100 feet worked out okay. Our next step is to take this freaking hot Dutch oven and we're going to tip it over, and hopefully it'll all come out right here nice and pretty on our parchment paper and cool off a little bit. So next step, we're going to go for it. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, all right? And yes, this baby's hot. Okay, and here we go. Use a pair of pliers to pick this thing up. Okay, take this away. Wow, look at that. I think this was a success. Thumbs up. Okay, so what we did is we cooked it in the Dutch oven for about 25 minutes. And it seemed to come out really good. I would suggest you guys try this. Very simple. I could have gone the full meal or full mile and did all the homemade cinnamon rolls, but I'm not out here to spend all my time cooking, so I went with the easy route. Bought the Pillsbury and we made our own gooey topping for it, and used homegrown New Mexico pecans. And man, I'm ready to tear into it. What do you think, Matt?
Man, that looks incredible.
And
incredible. Smells delicious.
Too bad you can't smell it. So that's what we got.
Look at that.
Look
nice sugary glaze with pecans on there. And
it's pretty. Okay, well, that'll be it for this episode of my outdoor cooking adventures. I hope you guys get a new cool idea of something to fix out in the mountains. It'll be great to try. But I want to say thank you again for watching, and thank you for watching the knynmanrog YouTube channel. And I also want to thank my buddy Matt the Southwest Backpacker for running the camera. I appreciate your help, buddy. Dude, it's time to break into some food. What do you think?
let's do it.
All right, thumbs up.